What's going on, guys? XQ420 here, back at it. We on top of it. We slicing up another one, dicing it down. Fresh video. Today's video. The government. They giving away money to dead folks. I mean, seriously. So let's jump into it. Alright, guys, another article from The Blaze. The Blaze, they got good articles. The Blaze, if you ain't seen, go check them out. The Blaze got good articles. They say, government watchdog says Treasury Department sent more than 1 million coronavirus stimulus checks to dead people. And they say a massive screw up. Well, yeah. I mean, they got death certificates and stuff. I mean, how you mess up that bad? How you still got them on record? So we go down in here. It says, the federal government's 2.2 trillion coronavirus stimulus package. So let's get this correct now. It wasn't 2.2, it was 6.2. There was another 4 trillion that went out. You can just ask some of those big corporations that got bailed out. You know, CEOs able to line their pockets and fire their workers. So, I mean, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It said it was created and passed to support Americans in a time when the U.S. economy was taking a hit and millions of citizens were worried about how they were going to pay their bills. Man, they still worried. You done sent out 2.2 trillion. Man, folks are laid off. They ain't got no job. Man, they extra worried now. It said it was supposed to be a stimulus only for the living, but apparently someone at the Treasury Department didn't get that memo. Now, you figure that, you know, Treasury Department, if I'm going to start sending out money, I'm going to try to keep a tight shift. You know, I'm going to make sure who I'm sending it out to is, you know, who's supposed to have it. But obviously not. They just got to say, man, just print the sheet, man, and just send it. So, man, it's got deceased. Man, just send the money. We ain't got time for this. Just send it. Just put it in the mail. Put it in the account. Well, they ain't got no account. Just send them a card. And they have folks that were throwing away the stimulus because they sent it in a blank card, in a blank packet. It's like, man, what's this? Man, I'm throwing it in the trash. They thought it was a credit card. They said, man, I ain't got my stimulus. I said, dude, we sent it to you in a blank. We probably should have did that a little bit better. But it said the Washington Post reported Thursday that the Government Accountability Office found that the federal government sent payments to more than 1 million dead people with a total tab of about 1.4 billion. 1 million dead people? Man, that is people who still ain't got their stimulus yet. And 1 million dead people got it. Now let me tell you something. These 1 million dead people that got it, no, somebody got it and they weren't dead. Well, somebody racked up. We've got a couple other states that just folded right up. We're gonna get into those, and some on the PPP loans as well. But we talking about $1.4 billion is lost. But I hate to tell you, but that's taxpayer money. If you think that this ain't gonna come around and gonna bust us on taxes on the back end, man, your kids, man, pray for your kids. Pray for them, because we're going to mess around and be debt slaves. You be looking up, you be done work a 45-hour week. You know, you usually come home with, you know, $700-800. You know, look down, you got $200. Said, but we got to pay back this money we borrowed. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, but, you know, the people in the government, they'll get to keep their big check. You know, it'll be all good. I mean, we got to keep our check because, you know, we're helping the economy stay up. We're making sure everything's handled, you know, because just like we handled this 1 million dead people that got checks. So depend on them. Said a GAO report published Thursday said the IRS sent almost 1.1 million payments totaling nearly 1.4 billion to deceased individuals. According to the report, the screw-up happened because the government agencies do not fully share death records with each other. And I mean, why not? Now hold on a second. So the government agencies, they don't fully share death records with each other. Well, I'm not sure why, unless, you know, stuff like, witness protection or somebody who's undercover, espionage, stuff like that. But, you figure at a time like this, they say, man, we got to get our records right. But no, man, we can't share it. But they want me to share my information about some COVID. Hold on a second. Y'all won't share a death record, but you want everybody to know if somebody got COVID, Somebody had a snotty nose yesterday. If your feet hurt, did you have a headache? I mean, did you lose your sense of smell? I mean, come on, man. My nose stuffy. Of course I lost my sense of smell. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. So, if you got COVID, you lose your sense of smell. But if you got a snotty nose, you ain't smelling nothing no way. You about can't taste nothing either. So, I mean, stop it. It said the Post noted that the IRS and Treasury rushed to get 160.4 million payments after President Donald Trump signed the stimulus bill. In the rush, the fact that the Social Security Administration's full death records database was available to the IRS, but not to the Treasury Department or the department's Bureau of Fiscal Service. The office in charge of sending stimulus payments apparently went unnoticed. So, I mean, the IRS know who did, but the Treasury don't. IRS, I mean, get up with them. I mean, something like this, I mean, we got to make sure that, when it comes, like, this is what I say. When it's something that's not yours, you don't even care about it. Man, you just like, man, it ain't mine. So, I mean, whatever happens, happens. And so that ain't their money. So they're just like, man, I ain't got time to be sharing no records. Send some money out, bud. Your record should be up to date. You just ain't got folks that, you got folks out there just been dead about 20 years. That's it. But it's all good. And they said one of GAO's recommendations now is that perhaps the government's agencies should be sharing and using data. No. Why would they want to do something like that? Just throw the money around. It's all good. I mean, why you want to share data? It said the number of economic impact payments going to the descendants. Oh, the going to decedents. Oh, God. What tongue twisting. Highlights the importance of consistently using key safeguards in providing government assistance to individuals. IRS has access to the Social Security Administration's full set of death records, but Treasury and its Bureau of Fiscal Service, which distribute payments, do not. They recommend, Congress provide the Treasury with that stuff. But I mean, it's too little too late. So they said, what would IRS do about getting the money back? They ain't gonna do nothing. They was like, what's done is done. I mean, it's just like when they sent that money out to these colleges, and they sent money out to the Shake Shack, and then they're like, Shake Shack and the college, they said they give the money back. I ain't seen no article about when they gave it back though. So did they actually give it back? Stop lying to me. Did you actually send it out to folks that were dead? Did you send it to some folks you knew? That's my question. How'd they get the checks cashed? This money's gone. How'd they get it cashed? You need a little ID. I'm trying to figure out what the deal is. Somebody lying. That's what I'm trying to tell people. There's been a whole lot of money stole during this time. And same with the people who are making the masks right now. They flat out stealing money from people. It is theft. All these masks going around. Man, they are stealing your money. These people are making a bukus of money. For what? For nothing. For something that may protect you. They thought it may, but you still probably get it. So they said, according to the GAO, the IRS announced May 6th that if a dead person receives stimulus, the full amount should be returned. Should be. Man, come on, man. If somebody gets and they able to get that thing cash, man, they ain't sending nothing back to you. Man, let's get serious. I mean, man, wake up, he go outside. Hey, one of my stimulus here. Go out there. I got 5 pieces of mail. Open it up. Wow. Hey, man, they sent me 5 checks. Man, my name ain't on it, but somehow I'm going to have somebody on the inside of the bank to get it cashed. That's why I'm wondering who they sent it to. They done sent it to some of their buddies. That's what I believe. It said, however, the agency does not have any plans to take steps to get the funds back. They don't plan on getting it back. So we just wasted $1.4 billion. It's just wasted. It's all good. $1.4 billion. If you're going to waste money like that, I mean, can I get $1 million? I mean, just send it to me. I mean, y'all into wasting. I could use $1 million. Tax free, of course. Don't be trying to tax me on the back end. I ain't looking at it. Last man I got seen taxed for $1 million, he came back with $462,000. I said, man, y'all busted him for over half. Half. That's tough. And say GOP rep Thomas Massie, looks like Kentucky, said in April that stimulus checks were being sent to dead people and warned that contemporary reports of such payments were just the tip of the iceberg of misplaced coronavirus stimulus package spending. So how much money has actually went to, the American people and not just to like a couple guys? You know what I'm saying? And he had a tweet here where he said, "Okay, this is insane. Just tip of the iceberg. This is a direct text to me from a friend. I called to confirm this actually happened." It said the dad got his stimulus check of $1,200. He died in 2018. Does he have to spend it online? It's like, boy, I mean, folks making jokes about it. But I mean, the man died 2 years ago, and he got him a check. Man, update your records. Folks gonna talk junk to me. Oh man, make sure you fact check. Facebook fact check, YouTube fact check, Twitter fact check. Well, fact check who's dead. I mean, everybody fact checking. Ain't nobody gonna fact check that though. It ain't gonna sense it. You're just gonna let that ride. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not the only blunder. There's been places that's been robbed, flat out robbed, the unemployment. So we see right here, massive unemployment fraud uncovered in Washington State. I just want to hit a couple highlights on this. But they said they're now learning that the hastily rushed through bill and the flood of people applying for benefits left the door open for scammers and identity thieves to tap into the system and falsely claim benefits to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. And the first epicenter of the massive scheme was detected in Washington State, but it quickly spread to others. You know where Chaz is at? Well, folks laying down. Some are love out there. You know what I'm saying? Some are getting down. Some are of nothing is what it is right now. But it turned out that like thousands of Washington State residents, Lurie's identity was used by criminals seeking to capitalize on a flood of legitimate unemployment claims by sneaking in fraudulent ones. So Washington's race to help newly laid off residents as the coronavirus pandemic ravaged the economy left it vulnerable to such scams. And last week, officials hinted at the scope of the damage that was done. It's like, dude, there's folks that still ain't got their unemployment. There's folks still ain't got no stimulus checks. But you gonna let these people bust up in there, scammers, and they took a whole bunch of money. Like I said, man, there's been a whole bunch of folks got rich during this time. Man, the rich get richer and the middle class become poor and the poor become just about dead. I mean, damn, they're dead. They said hundreds of millions of dollars paid out in fake claims. Much of it apparently went to West African fraud ring using identity stolen in prior data breaches such as the massive 2017 Equifax breach. Bo, not only did they lose some money, but they done lost it to folks in West Africa. Man, what kind of database y'all got? I mean, who's working there? Have you trained them? 2017 Equifax breach. 3 years ago, y'all ain't tightened that up yet. Folks stuff still, y'all ain't changed nothing. Well, but I mean, it got breached, so I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I said, hey man, I'm here looking at my unemployment. They said, man, you already got it. No, I've been waiting 4 weeks. No, we paid 4 weeks of it. And come to find out, so, oh dang, you don't live in West Africa? No, man. I don't live in West Africa. Obviously, I'm here. West Africa? Man, look up an IP or something. Y'all need to have some people in there that shut down people, scamming people on the internet. Man, whenever you start talking about putting out free money, there's a scammer on the way. That's all there is to it. So state and federal authorities have tried to claw back as much money as possible and say they have blocked hundreds of millions more from being paid out. But Washington's experience is nevertheless a cautionary tale. So they blocked hundreds of millions and lost hundreds of millions. So, I mean, it's too late. Y'all done gave a whole bunch of money away. Now y'all bankrupt. That's what I'm saying. Folks just giving money away. When it ain't yours, you don't even care. It don't even make no difference. Believe me. And they also say here, it said that this just isn't happening in Washington. Hackers have been found running the same scam in at least 9 other states, including Ohio and Hawaii. I mean, so you mean to tell me not only hit Washington State, they done hit 9 other states. And folks asleep at the wheel. I mean, you know what happens when you sleep at the wheel? You usually run into something. They said this opportunity for the criminals only arose because both the states and the federal government were in such a rush to make sure it looked like they were doing something, or anything, to help, that the system was quickly overwhelmed. Well, of course, I mean, they were like, man, folks trying to get that free cash. Man, I'm filing for unemployment, and then the scammers like, man, we can jump in there. And so prior to the lockdown, they were processing 6,000 unemployment claims, and then they went to 100,000. But that's a jump. That's a huge jump. Man, you need to hire some more people if it's gonna be like that, and make sure you train them. Man, training is key. They said the choices were to tell all of the workers that they would have to wait weeks or even months for their checks while they vetted the claims, or simply approve them and start sending the money out. In order to avoid looking heartless, they went with the latter. So they didn't even look into it. Ain't nobody looked into nothing. Like I said, folks ain't wanting to do their job right now. They looking the easy way out. Everybody looking the easy way out. Man, don't do your job. Just send the stuff out. So ain't nobody doing their job. Ain't nobody looking into nothing. They just sending money to folks that's dead. They sending money to the people in West Africa. They sending money, they sending 1,200 stimulus to somebody just born. It's like, man, what are you doing, man? Unemployment, the people who ain't been alive in 30 years. It's like, I mean, it's some poor management, man. That's all I can tell you. Poor management. It starts with management. If management's poor, it's just, boy, it's a downhill journey from there. And they also said these fraudulent claims were probably unavoidable because of the state unemployment systems that are outdated and incapable of handling a massive surge in demand on short notice. Well, yeah, they weren't expecting for 40 million people to lose their job at one time. They were like, well, they ain't losing at one time, but 40 million unemployed. They were like, you got to think in that area, but you used to doing 6,000, jump to 100,000. Man, you just start, man, everything looks the same. You're like, yep, 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 yep. I mean, you just yapping it. You yapping it, ain't looked at nothing. But they ain't the only one that had problems. The PPP, the protection, it had problems. Now, from this article right here, it's a U.S. small business program handing out virus aid to many borrowers twice. 2 times. And they say right down here, information provided by the sources, which include industry executives and borrowers, as well as Reddit posts, suggest at least 1,020 duplicate deposits were issued. While that is a tiny fraction of funds dispersed, tiny fractions, man, you gave the money twice to 1,000 people. 1,020. So, I mean, a fraction of the funds, okay, fraction. Under the huge program, it could amount to roughly $116 million based on average loan sizes. So here's what I'm saying. If y'all can just hand out money, you hand out money to people twice, they ain't say nothing about it if they gave it back. I mean, I was looking through this article. I'm like, man, I ain't see nothing about where they said they gave it back. I mean, it's just like, hey, you handing the money out, we'll take it. I mean, look, bud, I ain't giving it back. I mean, it's your mess up. I mean, I'll take 1 million and then 1 million again. I mean, so if they just gonna give out these millions, where my million? Brother, I'm trying to come up. I'm trying to be on the come up. So I mean, maybe not 1 million. What my 500,000, 300,000? I mean, I thought I'd take 20K. I mean, you know what I'm saying? 5K. Just send me. I mean, you just in the business of sending out money to folks that ain't living. You know, somebody in West Nigeria that's typing on a laptop from 2017 with the Equifax report 2017. Man, come on, man. Y'all got the Equifax. Man, tighten your ship up, man. Cause I'm. But man, people got to go back to work. I bet you some of these people were working from home. I guarantee you, they were working from home. And I'm a full proponent. If you're working from home, I believe you probably got kids running around. You trying to change a diaper. You trying to cook some food. Man, ain't no work getting done. And you just going to rush through some stuff. That's just how I think about it. So in close, I mean, Man, they just giving money away and ain't nobody accountable. And then we gonna have to pay it back. Now come on now. I don't think it's right. I don't even think it's all right. I want to know what y'all think about it. I mean, did y'all get 2 checks? If you did, leave it in the comments below. I ain't gonna rat you out. I hope you did. You get 3 checks? I mean, I ain't gonna rat you out. Just ask for a small bribe. No, I'm just playing. No bribes here. No bribes. But I didn't get 2 checks. I mean, it'd been nice if I did, but I didn't. But that's okay. But to all the people that did, I mean, I don't blame you for giving it back. I mean, there ain't gonna be any other time in history where the government just gonna be giving you $1,200. At least I don't think so, unless we turn socialist. And if we do, oh my God, man, you want to talk about a fall coming? Ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing. There'll be no work happening. Folks be like, man, I'm getting $2,000 a month, stay at the house, I ain't working. So I mean, we won't have nothing going on. So I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Please like, share, subscribe, click notification bell, future content, leave a comment. And I'll catch y'all next one. Peace out.